Well, happy Friday to you, or Friday for those who celebrate. I pray this message finds you well on this weekend. Thank you for hanging out with me for just a couple minutes as we stay tuned in to what God is doing in and through the life of St. Paul's United Methodist Church. This Sunday is an exciting one for many of us. There's been lots of work going on behind the scenes to kind of help renegotiate and realign our children's ministry experience on Sunday mornings. We commonly call that Children's Church. And so the new plans will be implemented this week, and we're so excited about that. We've had lots of folks, like I said, working behind the scenes. We've recruited pretty much a larger team of volunteers that are going to make sure that that happens in really powerful and meaningful ways. We've hired some consistent nursery staff, so nursery is going to be covered and taken care of. And so we really look forward to that. If you are a parent of a child, birth all the way up to 5th grade, this affects you. This is what your children are invited to. They're invited to participate in the life of Children's Church. If you're new to us, and this may, all this terminology may be a little different for you, essentially this is what it means. It just means your children will remain with us if they're older than nursery age in the service for the first probably 15 to 20 minutes or so. They'll come down to the front and have a brief time of teaching. This week, Kim O'Connor will be leading that children's moment. And at the conclusion of that, the children will depart from us and they'll go to Children's Church. And so if you have questions about that, if you're a guest among us, if you're considering being with us and you may be new to the area, just ask some questions. We would love to share with you about where they're going to be. The two age groups, which are kindergarten through 2nd, which is the first age group, and then 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. They are both going to go over into the first 2 classrooms. I'm using my hands. You see me doing the directions like I'm actually in the church, but I'm really not. They're going to go over to the preschool in the first 2 classrooms. We'll be sure to let you know where that is, point that out to you. And our nursery, of course, will be open before worship begins. Worship begins at 10:30 if you want to come a little bit earlier and go down to the nursery and help get your little ones situated, ages birth to 4 years old. Rebecca Curlin will be there to meet you, one of our new nursery attendants, and we're really excited about Rebecca's employment with us and helping us out in this powerful way. All right, so that's exciting. Hope you come and take part in that. And if you don't have a little one, it's something to celebrate. It's something to be aware of, and we're really excited about what God is continuing to do in the life of our children and families. All right, we will jump back into our worship series, Refocus. This Sunday morning, we have been looking at some of the most primary things about our faith, the bedrocks, the things that we need to put our feet upon that give us some sturdiness within the midst of the chaos which is life. And so we're going to get back to that this week. We've had a couple special Sundays, which is great, but we're going to get back to that worship series this Sunday, talking about trust, because faith doesn't happen without trust. And so I pray you'll come. We'll talk about the challenge and the struggle and the hope of what trusting in God is and does and can be in our lives. So I pray that you'll come. If you want to prepare your heart for that, I pray that you would consider reading through Psalm 91. Psalm 91 is one of the texts that I'll be preaching from, and it is a beautiful foundational psalm that the psalmist gives us. And so I pray that if you want to start reading that, praying through Psalm 91, I know that the Spirit will do only what the Spirit can do to prepare your heart for God's Word on Sunday morning. All right? Grace and peace to you all. Look forward to being with you this Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. Have a wonderful weekend.